This news update is brought to you by
Grab somebody and tell them hello. Your happiness will be connected to flow. Smile and cheer because that is we flow. Grab somebody and tell them hello. With your hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air. This is how we flow, yeah. Grab somebody and tell them this is how we flow.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Barbados Today News Update. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Thanks for joining us. Barbados is getting ready to launch the new Caribbean Center for Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency at the end of the month. Sector ministers from across the region will be in Bridgetown on October 28 for the official opening. Addressing the annual general meeting of the Barbados Agricultural Society over the weekend, Prime Minister Frondell Stewart explained why Barbados was chosen as the base for the Renewable Energy Center.
Other CARICOM countries had competed for it. Barbados is a chosen location for it because the focus in the region now, generally, but the focus in Barbados in particular, is on renewable sources of energy. So, Barbados has to be a more economically viable society.
Barbados will also be playing host to regional farmers and those as far afield as the Pacific region when it stages the second Caribbean Agribusiness Forum from November 1 to 7th. Chief Executive Officer of the Barbados Agricultural Society, James Paul, made the announcement this morning. He said the forum, which will be taking place at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center, will see some 300 delegates taking part. The poultry sector is on the rebound. The report from President of the Barbados Egg and Poultry Producers Association, Carlisle Brathwaite. He told the annual BAS General Meeting over the weekend that the sector had produced a record-breaking 1 million birds for market in the month of July alone, and other poultry units were also on the increase.
We are looking forward to being able to break the records that we had before this year in production. Pigs are doing very well. They have increased their production over 11%, and they have now shown a real willingness to work with the BAS, and the BAS is working in getting them to even go forward even more. We have the Propel project that we are now putting in place, and which will again increase and enhance the production from the food crop farmers as well. And this is another thing where we want to get the food crop farmers to work even closer with us so as to be able to produce these things and show that what Barbados is able to do if only given the opportunity.
Barbados Labour Party candidate for St. James South, Sandra Husband, says government's introduction of water tanks to affected districts is a backward step. Addressing a constituency branch meeting last evening, the senator also bemoaned the government's decision to replace old underground pipes in St. Philip and Bridgetown during the school term when the roads are busy.
And the end result of this is that we still do not have a problem that is fixed, because now we hear there is a major water scarcity, and the solution now that they want to rush and put in is 800 water tanks all across this country. 800, not 100, 800. 800. Tell me how many that is in every parish. About 20 of them in every parish. Now, I am yet to hear, do you have the tankers to run and fill 800 in a hurry? How many people will one tank serve? Are you thinking that Barbadians are back to the stage where 3 buckets of water is all they will need to use in any given day in order to take care of flushing a toilet, taking a bath, washing dishes, cooking food, watering plants? It is ridiculous.
Graduates of the University of the West Indies are being urged to invest in the country. The plea from a leading Caribbean trade policy expert, Dr. Pamela Cook-Hamilton, who called on those who graduated over the weekend to buck the trend and give back to society. Cook-Hamilton made the call after she was conferred with an honorary doctorate in laws.
The little old lady who reported you to your mother every time you took a detour from school and you resent her to this day, don't worry, she's good too. And the lady who was selling the cutters and gave you for half price. Those are the people that you remember on your walk through this life, and be grateful. Fifth, pay it forward. I have a real bee in my bonnet about this. Flowing directly from gratitude is the principle that you must give back. Having received, you must also invest in the future of those who follow you. The cycle of life demands that this principle be upheld, as it is the basis upon which future generations find success. It is an unfortunate conundrum and I would say cultural phenomenon in the Caribbean, that we bleed our institutions with no looking back and no commitment to re-engagement.
In sports, West Indies off-spinner Marlon Samuels is being investigated for suspect bowling action during the just concluded first test against Sri Lanka. In a release today, the International Cricket Council revealed that match officials had reported and cited concerns about the legality of the 34-year-old's bowling action. Under International Cricket Council regulations, the off-spinner will now be required to undergo testing within 14 days. However, he will be allowed to continue bowling until the results of the test are disclosed. This is the third time that Samuels has been reported for having suspected action.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter, that's the move for me. Stability, prosperity, we're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
To news from the region, Trinidad and Tobago's new health minister is questioning the building of a $1.3 million children's hospital in Cuba by the former Kamla Persad-Bissessar government. More in this TV6 News report.
Just 24 hours after the finance minister announced that there'd be an investigation into the spending for the new children's hospital, Health Minister Terence Dialsing is raising questions about the need for the facility in the first place.
When I look at the hospital utilization reports, the San Fernando Pediatric Ward is only 52% used. The Wendy Fitzwilliam is about 70%. Port of Spain is not even 100%. So the question is, if you have these low pediatric utilization figures, why did Kamla Persad-Bissessar commit this country to a $1.3 million project? And that's the question that needs to be asked.
According to the 2015 expenditure figures, between 2014 and 2015, $239 million was spent on the construction of the hospital on 60 acres of land. The loan agreement with the Chinese government was intended to finance the full construction needs of the project. After a bit of back and forth in Parliament between Finance Minister Colm Imbert and Opposition Leader Kamla Persad-Bissessar, the minister announced that an investigation can be expected. Minister Dialsing is not sure when the hospital will be handed over to the Health Ministry.
And on the international scene, the people of Canada are today voting in what has been described as a fiercely contested election. Incumbent Conservative Prime Minister Stephen Harper is fighting for a rare fourth term, but the front-runner is Liberal leader Justin Trudeau, the son of late Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau. Pundits predict that the left-leaning New Democratic Party could also play a decisive role in the results. Opinion polls have suggested many people are still undecided about the poll, which could give them their first new leader in nearly 10 years. And that's our afternoon updates, but for the very latest, log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, our email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 101 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. There you can get all the latest news and sports. I'm Frenella Wedderburn. Good afternoon.